Hey guys, what's up? This is your boy Will for Action Figure Review, and I'm finally back to show you the Samurai Predator by Hot Toys. Alright guys, so I'm sorry I haven't been around for so long because I've been very busy this summer, but I'm so excited to do this review, and I'm pleased to say that I finally got this guy in my hands, and I've been counting minutes of every day since I pre-ordered this guy, and finally he's here, and I'm able to show you guys the Hot Toys Samurai Predator. Anyway, let's take a quick look of the Samurai within his display casing before I pull him out. And this might help some of you guys decide on whether to buy this guy or not. In my opinion, if you don't buy this guy, you're nuts. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm so excited to do this review on this figure because when I first saw him, I thought he was a statue. And when I discovered that he's more than a statue, he's an action figure, that you can actually pose him and do different things, I got really interested in this guy. And I'm sure Mogi and Boulder and the rest of the guys are going to pick this guy up because they know what's cool, and this is definitely a cool figure to have. If you don't have this, if you're a Predator fan, you got to pick this guy up. I'm definitely a Predator fan. Alright, so anyway, let's take a quick look inside the box of the Samurai before I pull him out. And he comes with a ton of accessories, lots of swords. Man, what could you say, man? I mean, the paint job on this guy is incredible. I'm trying to put enough lighting so you guys can see all the details to this guy, because you know when you have him in your hand, he always looks somewhat better than on video. On video, you get different types of lighting, and it just fades out some of the coloring on the figure. But when you have him in your hands, it's all full color. I mean, it's beautiful. All right, so I mean, he's just immaculate. I've never seen a Predator of this type ever. I mean, I'm not just talking about him being a samurai. I'm just saying he is so detailed to the T. I mean, I have the 18-inch Predators, which are awesome by NECA. I give NECA much props, and I'm going to get the rest of the 18-inchers. But this is by far, out of all the Predators that I own, from NECA to Hot Toys to other companies, this is by far the best Predator ever created by any company. Look at the face, guys. You see the face? You see the details on this guy? I mean, he got that dragon type look, but he's still a Predator. And you know, Predators are known to adjust to their environment. They're able to adapt, and also it just makes sense that he became a samurai type of Predator, because I'm pretty sure he was sent. He got shipped over there to go kill some prey, and he discovered the ways of the samurai, and he adapted to it. Isn't that fantastic how they did the weathering on this guy, on his skirt, and even small details like the little piece of net on his shoulder, underneath his shoulder armor is fantastic. It's weathered, and it looks like it's been ripped apart or something like that, and it just adds to the figure. I mean, I'm so happy that this guy was so made. So now we're going to take a look at his trophies. 6 tongues, alien tongues. That tells me he's been very busy. So this guy is a dangerous Predator. He knows what he's doing. He learned the ways of the samurai. So he has number 7 on the ground. So I guess he's going to add number 7 to his belt. All right, this is one of my favorite things about this guy. He has those hooked gauntlets that look so different from the other Predators. You know, the other Predators got those Wolverine claws. Imagine getting caught up by one of these things. He's not going to slice you and dice you. He's going to pull you in close up and personal and take care of business. This is one dangerous looking weapon on his arm. Alright, so but what I love about this thing is that it's pretty tight. You know, you can pull it up, it won't fall down really fast. For those who are new to the game, don't mess with it too much, because when you keep pulling it up and down, gravity does take its toll, and all of a sudden it's not going to be so tight anymore. It's going to just get loosened, and it just falls and drops. So don't mess around with that too much, alright guys? And you can see the details of the Predator's face. You can tell that they got some of the ideas from a dragon. As you can see, some of the spikes on his cheeks, those are definitely from the dragons. And his eyes are dark red, just like a dragon. And the feature of the Predator on his brow looks like something from a dragon. I mean, from right here, in this point of view, he looks like a dragon. But when you pull out, you know he's a Predator. And this is another awesome feature on the Predator. He has those nice flat soles on his foot, so it makes it easier for him to stand up straight without tipping over. This sword right here, this is the most important sword on your figure, so you gotta be really careful with it, because I thought it was metal, but it's actually made of plastic, and it feels very flimsy. So you gotta be really careful messing around with the sword. It has all the gook on it, which is awesome. I think that's why they made it plastic, so the gook sticks to it better than compared to the metal. But it's very delicate, so you gotta be really careful with it. All right, lots of detail on this sword. This sword here is the metal sword. I love metal just like most of you guys do, especially when it comes to weapons and certain body armors. But this is a very nice sword. So you know, it can handle a couple of drops here and there, but I wouldn't suggest dropping it. Okay, so now let's take a look at the other set of swords that he comes with. This one goes on his back, so that's all it's going to be used for. You cannot really pull these swords out. I thought they were real swords, but they're not. They're actually all one piece. You could take the swords individually, take them apart, but there's no sword that comes out of any of the casings. So that goes right on his back. That makes him look really cool, okay, guys? So don't try to see, like right here, I'm trying to pull it out. You cannot pull them out. It just won't come out, right? So they're attached. So right here, this is the mouthpiece that goes on his face, all right? One thing about this mouthpiece is that it's very thin plastic, so you got to be really careful with it, all right? So don't break it. So now let's take a look at the top part of the helmet. In the beginning, I was very disappointed with the top part of the helmet because when I first picked it up, I was like, uh-oh, this could break. All right, so I was really worried about myself breaking it because I got, you know, I'm pretty clumsy with my hands. But this thing is really light. It's very delicate. And I was wondering why they did that. I was wondering why would they do that? Why would they make it so light and delicate? And when you put it on his head, you'll discover why. Because if it was hard plastic, I don't even think you'd be able to put it on unless you're gonna heat it up again with a blow dryer just to soften it up and put it on his head. But being that it's made of this type of material, it makes it a little bit easier to put on, but it's extremely delicate. So you gotta be really careful on how you put on his head. It comes with plenty of hands, open and closed. Lots of details to the hands. The hand guard looks fantastic. It's, like I said, it looks pretty weathered, so it gives it a nice realistic look. Even the bottom of his hands look very nicely painted. Lots of texture. So definitely, if you want to pose them in different positions, you have plenty of hands to do so. There goes the boomstick. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the display stand for the Samurai Predator. This is one of the coolest display stands I've seen in a long time when it comes to action figures. I can't really recall anything better than this because we all have a lot of figures and I just can't think of anything right now that could beat this display stand. This looks fantastic, man. Lots of detail on the stand. The alien creature itself is fantastic. I hope they make a 1/6 scale of this alien creature in this color and this detail. The head sculpt is fantastic. What I love about this head sculpt right here is that it's the tongue. For some reason, you can see a lot of stress on the tongue where it thins out near the mouth because of the weight of the head. This is a very easy display to put together. All you got to do is slide the head into the body and match up the acid spill from the head to the ground. Very easy to put together. What I did was I put the acid spill from the head behind the one on the floor, and it gives it a nice effect. It looked like it just spilled out onto the floor. It doesn't even look like a separate piece anymore. It looks like one big, large piece. See a close-up look at the acid spill from the head to the floor. It looks fantastic, man. I mean, they put a lot of thought into the design of this thing. It's fantastic. Okay, guys, this is a close-up look at the mandibles open on the Predator head. I would love to see this guy in a movie. Open mouth. This is one of the reasons why I want to buy another Samurai Predator, because I want to have one displayed in this manner, this way, and have the other one with the helmet. This is just awesome. Because, you know, I really don't want to be bothered with taking off the helmet, putting it back on, taking it off, because what's going to happen, I'm going to wind up breaking the helmet. And I know that's what's going to happen. So I'd rather get a second Samurai and hook them up. Okay, so now we're going to put the mouthpiece on the closed mandibles of the Predator head. Okay, so the first step I'm putting on the helmet is you got to put the face mask on top of the closed mandibles. Then, with two hands, you need to put the helmet on to his head. There's no way you could do it with one hand, and it's going to take some time because, like I said, extremely delicate. You're going to wind up breaking it, okay? There goes the top lid of the helmet. It just goes right on perfectly with the help of the magnet. Sword goes into place. I'm going to show you where all the accessories go. Alright, you got the boomstick up there. I call it the boomstick. Alright, the dreads look fantastic on top of the swords in the back. Alright, so now I'm going to take a look at him on his display stand with the post behind his back so he doesn't fall over. That's very important, guys. For those who are new to the game, you always got to have that display stand holding him properly in place, okay, guys? Alright, so now this is the Predator in all its glory, intact with all of his accessories. As you can see, this is the most important part of the display, is that sword. So don't break it, man. You need the sword to give it the effect. Definitely, this is the figure of the year by Hot Toys 2012, action figure of the year. This is your boy Will for Action Figure Review, and I'm so happy you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. I'm not sure what I'm going to review next, but whatever it is, I'm going to have fun doing so. Alright, so anyway, see you guys later. Peace.